Parents of Trayvon Martin, Tracy Martin and Sybrina Fulton have been in seclusion since George Zimmerman's acquittal was announced late Saturday. They join us now for their first interview since the verdict, along with their attorney, Benjamin Crump. Thank you all for joining us. And Sybrina, let me begin with you. You were not in the courtroom Saturday night. Where did you get the news, and what was your first thought?
It was on one of the television programs, and my first thought was shock. Disgust. I really didn't believe that he was not guilty.
You've now had 5 days to think and pray about it, both of you. Do you understand now how the jury might have reached that decision, and do you accept it?
Well, as parents, the understanding how they reached the verdict, I'll never grasp that concept, and just as loving parents and God-fearing people, we just continue to pray that whatever was in their heart was what they intended to do. But we feel that the verdict, we didn't feel it was fair, and of course it's devastating.
I can only imagine. We've now heard from one of the jurors, only one so far, who said that Trayvon played a role in his death. She said that he could have walked away and gone home. What's your response to that?
My response to that is that I think people forgetting that Trayvon was a teenager, so he probably thought as a teenager. I really do believe he was afraid, because he did call George Zimmerman creepy. So he was afraid.
Is there something you wish those jurors knew that they didn't know?
I wish they really knew Trayvon for who he was, and knew that he was a kid. They really didn't get the chance to, they didn't know him as a human being. So I just wish that they had an opportunity to really know who Trayvon was, and to put that in content with what their decision was.
What more do you expect from the justice system? Will you be filing a civil suit?
Well, we're going to look at all legal possibilities, but right now we're asking the Department of Justice to look at this matter, because Trayvon was simply walking home and his killer profiled him and followed him. So we need to know, what is the law? Is it allowed that anybody can profile and follow you? Not even the police, based on the U.S. Supreme Court decision, can profile based on race. So are we going to allow private citizens with guns to do so? We need to know, because we need to know what to tell our children.
But as you know, the FBI investigations did not find much evidence that race was in play here. The prosecutor didn't believe that. Do you really think there's evidence for a case here?
Well, George, witness number 9, has said that he had racial issues. So there's evidence that may be very telling for a U.S. attorney to look at the civil rights of Trayvon Martin, and if they were violated by his killer.
And finally, George Zimmerman's parents spoke to Barbara Walters. They wanted you to know that they're deeply sorry, and they pray for Trayvon every day. Do you take any comfort in that?
That's a hard question, but I think it's a fair question, because parents there's no winner in this situation. Obviously, we are devastated more, and I just think that all the circumstances surrounding books being written and mischaracterization of us as parents, I just really don't feel that is real sincere. But we continue to pray that that we'll find peace and strength to be forgiving parents.
Good luck with that. We're praying for you as well. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.